Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are still on Project L5P, but we're getting towards the nitty gritty end here. So the last video you guys saw us get our air dog done. Now we are currently working on the rest of the fuel system. So if you guys don't know, air dog 5G from an LML we retrofitted. If you're curious on how to do that, go watch the video previous to this. We also did do our Dan's Diesel CP3 swap kit, again, a few videos back. Now, getting into the high pressure side of the fuel system, we have our Dynomite Diesel injectors. Now, Skylar said they were running a little short on remands, which is fine. So I just sent them in my old, or not old, but my stock injectors for them to modify. So what you are looking at here is a genuine AC Delco, or whatever they call it, part right here with fresh seals, fresh O-rings, all that stuff, and they do flow bench them and stuff like that. I honestly used to not be a big reman guy, and I don't know when it started, but Skylar basically was like, hey, like, trust the process. And to be fair, I haven't had any issues. The injectors in my race truck, I believe, are reman 6.7s. We have remans in there. Our tow truck has remans. So proof is in the pudding here. Now, these are 150% over. They do not want to go any bigger yet. But Skylar told me stay tuned because this is just the beginning. They do have some that are coming very shortly when we up our power goals, but 150% over and a 14 mil pump should definitely get us well over 1,000 horsepower. I think I want to say we're going to be around the 1,500 horsepower mark is what we should be able to achieve with 150% over and a 14 mil pump. Now the problem is we're going to run out of injector right around when we run out of pump, so that number could fluctuate here or there. Depending on lift pump pressure for one, CP3 being able to keep up, and then our injector pulse width not getting too crazy. Now the last part that we're going to install in this video as well is going to be our ECM. Now, our ECM came to us from Dom over at Density, Speed, and Performance. If you guys are unfamiliar with Dom, Dom has been tuning for a very long time. He used to tune for a different company. He's now on his own. And Dom is very capable, not only in your Duramax platform, but also in your Cummins platform. When my good buddy was going through some stuff and couldn't tune my truck, Dom is who I eventually linked up with. And I've had a pretty decent relationship with him. I send him quite a bit of customers. So if you need some tuning for your Cummins or your Duramax, Dom at Density, Speed, and Performance is definitely, in my opinion, trustworthy. He's done some crazy horsepower stuff for me in the past and has never let me down. Now, I know a lot of people were like, oh, like you can unlock it. So when we first got our L5P, we bought the black box from Calibrated Power, and at the time it unlocked it and everything was great, and I have no issues with that. The only problem is anytime we tried to tune it with HP tuners, even with Calibrated Power, it wouldn't work. So I ended up sending my ECM out to Dom. Dom got it unlinked and all that stuff, or not unlinked, but I guess he had to like basically flash it back to stock. It was a lot of steps to get the ECM to take HP, but now we are officially on HP shift on the fly, so I appreciate him. We'll start out with a short win today and get this ECM thrown up in there real quickly, and then we'll start on our injectors. Okay, so on your L5P, all right, you have 4 injectors on each side, obviously, and you have 4 rail lines. There's your injector pigtails right here that are known to go bad, and here's your return lines right here. Now, One thing that is different compared to your Cummins is the injectors are outside of the valve cover. What that means for you is all the dirt and debris as you pull the injector out could fall down into the engine. And you need to clean out the bore because it's exposed to the elements. So we are going to run a bore brush through our injector holes. As you can see, I got them all capped with paper towel. Official, of course. And to do that, you're gonna have to buy a kit like this. Now, I didn't get anything crazy. I don't do a lot of Duramax injector work, and if I do, it's LB7. I got this kit off the old Amazon here, and the best thing I can tell you guys is you take your injector here and you look at all the options that this kit has, and you're able to select the right bore brush. That one looks a little big, but this guy looks like it would send. Yep, get down there in the seat. That's the big thing there, is you want to make sure you get down into the seat, get that copper out, or where the copper seals. And then this little part will go inside there as well. So we're going to do that. And then once we bore brush everything, I'll probably run one of these bigger ones through to grab the outside where this outer O-ring seals. Make sure you blow it out. So just some compressed air will get the job done. For those of you that have never installed an L5P injector, let me give you the satisfaction. Let's do it over here where the sun's not getting in our way. Let us do the satisfaction. They actually kind of pop in like a Cummins. Wait. Pretty satisfying. So we got those in. Now we got to get our injector hold downs, which are these pieces here. They slip in, bolt goes down, bolt torques to 18 foot-pounds. So we'll get all these knocked out. I'll spare you guys the time lapse of me walking around, and some of these I pulled out, and then we can start with our lines on our return and our supply line. In the effort of full disclosure, GM tells you not to reuse these lines. So just envision these as brand new lines. And to be fair, if it was a customer's truck and the lines were in good shape, I think I would give the customer the option to roll the dice as well. Because that's just who I am. I don't know why. They even say the Ram ones are supposed to only be one-time use. Can't remember if it's all of them or just the 5.9s, but I do remember reading that in a service manual that high pressure lines are not reusable even in your Cummins trucks. As far as the Power Strokes go, I have no idea. If you guys are new to my channel, the chances of me getting a 6.7 Power Stroke are probably pretty small. I think I'd get a Tesla before I got one of those. Just not a fan. But 22 foot-pounds is the torque spec. So, click. Fighting me here. Click. 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 Now I'll do the other side. But it wasn't too bad. I will say this side a little tighter, but you can make it work. It's not horrible. Alrighty. So again, thank you to Luke over at Square Root Fab. I had the lines kind of messed up. I couldn't remember. Sent him a picture. He's like, oh, the U goes towards the injector. So makes sense if you look at those two lines right there. You see that U? That goes on the injector side, not the rail side. So crazy how helpful Luke's been through this. So if you guys need any L5P parts and you might need help installing them later, Luke's probably your guy. But anyway, we got our injectors in. We got our injector return lines on. Don't drop those coppers because they're like $8 a piece. Kyla went to our local GM dealership in town and picked up a couple for me. So we are done with that. Now it really, I'm trying to decide, do I take the covers off or do I put the covers back on? I'm kind of torn. I feel like the covers off look kind of cool, but then I also like the simpleness of the covers on. So I'm not sure. But while I decide on that, let's go ahead and bolt our ECM on here. Only thing I will say about ECM stuff, I would highly recommend, number one, all the plugs are different, so you can't screw that up. I would highly recommend that when you do your ECMs, just have the battery disconnected. So I'm gonna get this thrown in and we'll keep moving forward. The only tech tip I'll give you guys on the ECMs, you guys see how I kind of popped it out. In the truck, it's a little harder because there's some more stuff in the way, but you undo this bolt, lift up, and you can pull it forward. That way you don't fight the power steering pump line on that bigger connector towards the rear of the truck. And then you put this bolt back in, and now we have EC uterus. So we're getting very close to fire up on this. Getting excited. There's the black cover I'm talking about. Do we run it? Do we not run it? That is the question. I don't know. I think for right now, I will leave it off so that way we can check for leaks when we fire this thing up, because I will not sit here and claim to be perfect. You guys know I'm not perfect. But that way, if we do have any leaks or anything, it's really easy to find them and get it taken care of. But we are getting dangerously close to first fire. Off camera here, I'm gonna reroute some of these coolant lines, put our new belt tensioner belt on, probably get some of that stuff working moving forward. And I got the oil change done with the new filter and everything. Just going through my last little bits here. Well guys, kind of a shorter one, which is fine. Injectors are in, so we have our entire fuel system complete. Big thank you again to Dynomite, especially Skylar over there, for getting us those 150s, and Dom for getting us our ECM back. I think, looking at our list here, I just knocked out the thermostats real quick. Looking at this, I gotta put the turbo oil feed line in real quick, which I showed you guys where that's going. So we got to throw that in real fast. And once we finish that, I think we can start throwing the front end back together because we're getting close to firing it up. I am hesitant to fire it without all the stuff hooked up because it is an L5P and they seem to be kind of problematic in that regard. So I'm going to just have everything hooked up correctly from the rip and we should be good to go. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. Again, if you need tuning, density, speed, and performance, especially for, like I said, the Cummins and Duramax stuff he's done for us before, usually works pretty dang good. Dynomite with the L5P injectors, as always, fueled by Dynomite. And yeah, give this one a big thumbs up. Drop your comments down below. Subscribe if you are not already. And as always, I will catch y'all on the next one.